Yo, what's happening, people? Welcome back to the Brothers Geek Out podcast. It's another episode of Fight Talk with the BMA, the basic MMA analysts. Two brothers who just love the sport of MMA, and we love to give you our perspectives and our thoughts from a basic MMA analyst perspective. always
Yeah,
joined, always joined by my boy K West. How you doing, brother?
I'm very good, my friend. Very good. I'm glad to be basic. I'm glad to be basic with you.
And we are basic. We are basic. We just give our thoughts, you know what I mean? From a basic
For
perspective.
sure, for sure, for sure. No, I love it. I love it. I love it. I've been really well. I've had a good week. It's been moving forward. I'm moving house, as you know. So I've been packing up my shit, getting rid of a lot of clothes. It's been a
Actually,
bit.
I didn't know you were moving house. Where you
Oh
moving
yeah,
to?
yeah. Clapham.
Oh, that. So wait, hold on. Next week, I'm gonna try and come to your house for UFC. That you gave me the Clapham address.
No, 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 no. You're coming here.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
I never gave you a time when I'm moving. I said I'm moving.
Ah, I see, I see, I see, I see. Okay,
Not
okay.
till the end of the probably the end of this month. So or the beginning of August, something like that. I think it's a bit like up in the air. But anyway, the crazy thing about the whole process was not only getting rid of old clothes because they're old clothes, but because climate wise I don't need it. That was
Mm.
the thing about it. It was like, oh, shorts are in, jeans and jackets, they stay here or they're trashing. And that was like, whoa, you're doing this.
Yeah, I felt that when I was in Singapore, man, because it was so hot and humid. I had all my jumpers and
Yes,
stuff I brought back to the UK. And then
yes.
a lot of my stuff in Singapore ended up because of the pandemic, and I didn't go
Yeah.
out as much, especially my suits. I didn't wear my suits as much. A lot of them got
Mm.
moldy, man. So just had to throw away a lot of my stuff.
Mm.
But same thing, and same thing with Dubai. I don't
Same
need
thing. You don't need it.
like, yeah, I don't need jeans, and I mean, I wear jeans and stuff. I guess because I'm driving around and whatnot, I'm aircon to aircon and whatnot. But
Ah,
mostly it's just
yeah.
shorts. Or I started wearing they call it a tub. I think we call it a tub, like the long Arabic outfit,
Tub.
which
How
is
you spell
just
that? T.
Tub. I think. No, that's just
Oh,
tub,
tub.
right? Tube.
Tub.
I have no idea, bro. You see sometimes see Habib wearing it. You know the long Arabic looking like dress, I guess if you want to call it,
Oh,
or
and then
gown.
and then right. I guess it's the same as the African, where they have the same long,
Exactly, exactly.
similar.
It's just
Okay,
comfortable. It's just
that is dope. I like
yeah,
that.
because it's like I think it's because it's so hot, or maybe it's just cultural. I don't know, but
Yeah.
it's just so comfortable. So I just been
Mm.
wearing that out there. Like you obviously wear like some very like baggy like trousers or whatever or shorts or something like that, but it's just a loose fitting. You definitely can't fight in it. Put it that way. There you
Wait,
go.
what the
Yeah,
hell?
this advert
Oh
came on, but
no,
yeah, I saw.
dead.
Yeah, exactly that, exactly. It's just
uh,
comfortable. So in Dubai, I started wearing that, and it's
nice.
comfortable thing. So I feel what you're saying, man. It's weird as well. You accumulate so much shit, right? You don't even know, but when you move, um,
I, I'd actually buy that. Hold on.
yeah, I've
Hold on.
got one.
I'll
I've got
buy
one
that.
very similar to
That.
that, like a black one and that one, that color
Yeah.
exactly, blue and
All
uh
right.
yellow. So yeah, well, when Black Panther came out, everyone got like excited, like, oh, that's awesome, like a nice one, man. They've been Africans and Arabs and whatnot been wearing that stuff forever.
Mm. That was a big thing, wasn't it? When they made the African print like a big deal, and then obviously the US probably mostly lost their mind about that kind of thing. It's like digging out their closets for their old grandmothers like dashiki.
Yeah. Well, all of a sudden, everyone was from Wakanda and whatnot. It's like, man, like
Legitly.
they've been wearing that forever, even though Wakanda's fake, but just just Africa in general. They've been
Yeah.
wearing that for ages. But yeah, no. So I know what
But
you're
you
saying,
get
yeah,
it.
like, the accumulation of shit,
Yeah.
right? Like you must have so much that you're just like, what the fuck am I gonna do with this, or where did this come from, or whatever.
There is some, but you know what? I'm like furniture's gonna stay here, right? So I don't need any of that. It's just getting rid of clothes, taking a few items from the kitchen, and then that's pretty much it. There's a couple other things, but it's minor. Like I'm moving very small, and
Got
and
it.
That's right. Yeah. So
Is
it's easy.
this your spot? Is it like you? Is this bought or is this a rented place?
This is a mortgage place. Um,
Ah, okay. So you're just gonna
but
rent it out, basically.
well, it was a mortgage between me and my dad,
Okay.
and he's like, "Oh, I wanna re-rent it," and I'm like, "Okay, that fits with the timing because I want to get the fuck out anyway."
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Okay.
So it's like that. So I was like, "Okay, fine. If you're gonna do that, then let me continue with my mission, and I'm gonna go." You know.
Mm.
So
Bro,
everything
it feels
lined up
like
nicely.
it's manifested in that way. You know what I'm trying to say? Like if
Massively.
you was to had any doubts of like should you be going to Thailand and then your pops comes up and says, hey, listen, I want to re-rent the house. That's almost manifesting your plans. It gives you less doubts of like, oh shit, then I need to go. Like I'm gonna stick to my game plan and
Mm,
get the fuck out. So the one the one you're moving to in Clapham is just temporary, a couple months or something.
oh, that's my mom's place.
Okay, 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 cool.
So when I met you, I was living there, and then I moved here.
Got it.
Um, I won't stay there that long. I'm actually. Oh yeah, surprise! I'm thinking of actually leaving middle of September. Can you believe it?
Damn,
Talent.
okay. Any tickets booked or just that's the timing?
I fucking the ticket's hard, and I can see like a one way for like 500.
Oh, damn. Okay, okay.
So yeah, that's pretty
Five
good.
hundred one way. Yeah, it's not bad. I mean, yeah, it's not bad. And that's what they're going for in September?
Yeah, and not to mention that's pretty close, right? Like when I booked my ticket to go for 2 months, or yeah, 2 months last year, I booked it in August, 6 months ahead, and it was just under 800 pounds. So
Mm.
that's nuts. That's
Yeah, that's
nuts.
not bad. I mean, now you're buying a one-way ticket. How crazy is that, bro? I remember that fee. Because like last time you bought
Oh
two-way,
shit.
you know what I'm
Oh
saying?
yeah.
Last time
Oh
you
yeah,
bought
yeah.
two-way, it's like, okay, it's a two-way. I'm coming
Yeah.
back. But this is one way. I remember buying that ticket. I mean, I've done it 3 times now to Hong Kong, to Singapore, and to Dubai now. It's just a one-way ticket. It's crazy.
Fuck, man. Yeah, you're right. You lived all of this already.
It's a
How did
different
it feel
listen.
when you bought that ticket? When you
When I
pressed it and it's like return, no. Or people was asking you and you're like, oh yeah, when you gonna come back to you, man? Not for the foreseeable future. What? Like, how did that feel?
the first one, Hong Kong one, was the one that felt weird. I've never done that before, and that was scary. I'm
Yeah,
leaving my family. So
yeah,
that one was weird. That one was scary. And it
yeah.
was just like almost like thinking to myself, because the best advice I was ever given before I left was if all goes wrong, just come home. Just come home. Forget all your shit. Leave all your stuff. Like worst case scenario, just book a ticket, come home. Save £1,000, pull it aside in a bank. And maybe it's good advice for you. Just put £1,000, leave it aside. Anything happens and you feel like you need to come home, get that money, book a ticket, come home, and forget all your shit. You know what I mean? That was just like the best advice. So I kind of I was nervous and whatnot, but I was also thinking, should I just book a two-way just in case? Like, you know what I mean? But no, it was nerve-wracking. And you know what? As I got to Hong Kong, everything just changed. Like it was just like survival mode. All right, I need to find a house. I need to find this. I need to find where I'm going to do my grocery shopping. I mean, all of that sort of stuff. What area should I live? Blah blah blah. But I think because you've been to Thailand, you spent 2 months there already. You already know where you're going to stay, live, all that sort of stuff. Um, so yeah, no, I think you'll be fine, but it is a weird feeling. To Singapore and Hong Kong, it wasn't weird. I was ready to get the fuck out of there. And Hong Kong wasn't my home. And then Singapore wasn't my home. You know what I mean? So it was just fine to
Mm,
just get a ticket and get the fuck out of there. So yeah, no,
mm, I
it's a crazy feeling.
see. I see. Okay, that makes sense then. So yeah, no, I mean, I'll take your advice, put like a bag away, emergency, maybe more just in case I want to fly back in first class and drown my sorrows because the experience was so terrible.
You know, it's just, you know what? It's not even, don't even like think like it's going to be perfect, but just backup. You know, it's always good to have backup plans,
Absolutely, absolutely.
especially if you're living abroad. You know what I mean? Because it's not, it can be home, like some sort of home, but it's never
Yeah.
going to be home like with family. So it's just like have that backup there and whatnot.
Yeah.
And just, you know, you're a smart guy, you've traveled around, just be careful out there, which you already have. I mean, but just, you know, after hearing the moped incident, just learn from those. It's like, fuck your mopeds, man.
Fuck your mopeds. Yeah, no, like you'd be proud to know, pleased to know that I will be looking at getting a car while I'm out there.
Nice,
So
nice, nice.
that won't occur again. And yeah, I do have a place to stay already.
Perfect.
I've already got my remote job. I'm applying for other stuff as well, just because that one's a sales job. The potential is really good, like really, really good. It's flexible, all the things I told you that fits with me. But I was speaking, I had my guys over, a guy from Birmingham, and he was like, "Oh, yes." He was like, "Should we do this week or next week?" I was like, "No, no, no, not next week. That's G-Man time. We're doing nothing. Come this week, yeah." So he took the audacious trip, 3 hours from Birmingham, came down, and me and my other guy came in. We were brainstorming, and they're like, "So you're leaving? Da, 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 da. You know, how you feeling? This and that." And he was like, "Yo, like, why don't you just look for call center jobs or these jobs? The shift pattern works and this and that, like, you know, like." And then my friend was like, "Yeah, yeah, be in a place where you get treated like a number, yeah, just basic pay, you know." And my other friend was like, "Yeah, go to the place where you get spat on." You're degraded. It's like it's not great pay, but it's consistent and there's no worries. And I was like, okay. So I started looking at another avenue of work that could really change the whole shape of a day for me. It might even change the way that I do things. Because if I already do that and it's a certain time where it's so early in the morning and it finishes at 11, 12 midday in Thailand, right? Because I'm working in UK time. If I was to do a job like that, then I wouldn't need to go and hustle and bustle and do massages and stuff. I'd probably look at like building a clinic or something, you know, something.
Okay. Yeah, 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 yeah. I mean, like,
So
I mean, obviously, yeah. I mean, it sounds like because you don't want a job that does tie you down. Your main goal is to sort out what you're gonna do in Thailand, be it the clients or the massage, the clinic that you just mentioned. So yeah, I agree. If you can get a job where there's no crazy responsibilities, and if you just wait to walk out, you'd be like, fuck them, I'm out of here. Do that, man. Because the moment you get yourself into, you know, a company where
I
you
think
got these certain responsibilities and they hold you accountable for certain things, and you know, management try to, I don't know, whatever it is. There's all these other different emotions and responsibilities. Your own self integrity will get involved, and you're just like, no. But just
yeah,
I agree. Get a place that you can easily get rid of. That's not the focus. That's not the goal here. It's just to kind of finance you a little bit and keep your eye on the
that's
ball, which is what you're
that's
doing in Thailand. And as
yeah,
soon as you're on that path, I will fuck off. Like you could even just
yeah,
not even show up. Like you know what I mean? Like just like I'm done.
yeah.
Keep the last
Just
2 days
it.
pay I done. I work. Just keep it. Like you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
No, I
exactly
agree.
it.
The moment you settle down on something big, you're losing what you're out there for, because you're starting to concentrate on work. Oh, I got to do overtime because of some project that didn't go live or whatever it is. You don't need that shit. Hey, Kurt, can you join this call with a client or something? Fuck that, man. I got shit to do. I'm in Thailand for a reason. No. So you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
you got it. Yeah,
Yeah.
you got it. You got it. So that's what it is, man. So yeah, I've given myself like that month and a half, 2 months, figure that out. I already have a job in hand, like I said before, but I wanted like something maybe else or something in case or replacement. That's it, man. Like it's all like full steams ahead type thing.
Nice, nice. Man, that's awesome. So I'm excited for you, bro. I'm very excited.
Thank
Listen, man,
you,
if I
man.
was young and I was still in Singapore, I'm like,
Young,
bro,
come on, man. You're still young.
well, okay,
Still
well, I
young.
mean, you know,
Still young.
but
We are still
I,
young champions.
yes, yes, you're right, you're right. I guess if I was still single and in Singapore, I'm like, hey, bro, I'm coming over every 2 months to come,
Calm down,
I
man.
come
Let's
for a
let's
weekend
let's
every two
train Muay
weeks,
Thai.
bro.
Yeah.
I 100% would have done that. Every 2 months or something. Like, bro, I'm coming down for a long weekend or something. Anyway, that's just a dream that I could have. Now was what's reality. Which is us doing this podcast. Connected through. On that note, man, shit. Let's
Love it.
talk about
But
some.
what about you? Before we go on to fights, what about yourself? What's been different? What's been the same with you? When are you going back?
Yeah, so I'm going back on August the 6th. So basically, I was supposed to go back this Wednesday, the 26th,
Yeah,
but
okay.
we
Okay.
extended our stay for a week and a half. Yeah, no, everything's cool. Listen, man, just spending time with the family is all that matters here. Going out and about, seeing London doesn't interest me at all. I just want to be here with the family, and just be enjoying it. I've seen a few friends here and there. Hopefully, I'm going to see you next week in person. That's all booked.
No,
Uh,
hopefully
yeah, it's
we
gonna
are
happen.
doing it.
What happened?
Yeah,
My older brother Kibla invited me to. We got the Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie.
you mentioned it. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, we
yeah.
got a premiere on that on Sunday for the kids. So he was like, "Can you take Idris, my nephew?" And I was like, "Ah, shit! I already got things booked with K West, man, to go to his house and watch the UFC all night." And I was planning, like, you know what I could do? Go watch the UFC all night, come home, pick up Idris, take him to the premiere,
That's
and
what
have
you were
fun.
saying.
But that's what I might end up doing, or Kibla's there's backup or whatnot, because it will be an awesome experience with him. But no, like, other than that, just spending time with the kids, just chilling with my little nephews and nieces, and that's it,
Newborn
man.
as
Yeah, the
well.
newborns, yeah, man. It's just awesome. And then I've been seeing, like, I've been going into the office, had to go into the office a few times, but just good to collaborate with people. But I've been seeing some old friends. Tomorrow I'm looking to see some old school friends. I saw one of my neighbors who I haven't seen he moved, I don't know, a long time ago and whatnot. We've been keeping contact through Facebook and whatnot. And he just popped over the other day. I'm just like, yeah, man, it's lovely to see good people. I saw another friend the other week who I haven't seen in maybe 15 years or something. Because you know what happens, bro? I'll be honest with you. It's like, when I come back to London, everyone's like, gee, we got to link, we got to link, we got to link. And I'm just like, I don't have the time, right? I do need to be spending time with the family and just want to be home and whatnot. So what happens is I see a bunch of people, and then it's like a list, man. Next time it's like, look, man, I got to put you on the back of the list, and I got to see these people. And then it kind of goes a little bit like that. Obviously, I'll see my family, close friends, and whatnot. But it's just
He's mad
hard.
famous in London, man. That's what it is.
Was Nah,
He's
fam,
mad
nah,
famous.
definitely not famous, man.
Love,
Just a few people to
mad
see.
love. Yeah, it's just mad love, man.
Yeah, definitely. You know what's interesting as well? Like, when I left, a lot more people. I mean, I'm not friends with them, or not really buddy with them or whatnot. But a lot more people tried to become closer, like friends. All of a sudden, start messaging me on social media and just becoming best friends and whatnot through social media. I'm like, cool. I know you. Let's keep it that way. And it's always like, oh, when you're back, let's meet up. And in my head, I'm like, listen, we're cool. I'll speak to you on social media, but I'm not gonna waste my time meeting up, because you just reach out to me now for some reason, because I moved abroad. Like, it's weird. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, I don't
Yeah, you
have.
get people like that.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's like,
You get
listen,
people like
I'll
that.
talk to you on socials, no problem. But when you say, like, let's meet up, that's my valuable time that I should be spending with my family. I'm not gonna waste that time with you.
Yeah. You see
So
these people? They are V's. You know what V stands for?
no, V for
Vicarious onlookers.
okay.
They wanna live your life through your eyes. So they wanna be like, hey, what's going on? How was this? Ooh. You
Yeah,
know?
I'll tell you something. A few of them were females as well, and if like, from the conversations I had, it's like they had different intention. They had a certain intention, put it that way. This was
Come
when
through.
this was before I was married, and even now, and I'm just like,
There's that too.
no. First of all, I'm not interested. And second of all, I mean, if I was single and they were fired, of course I'll have a game. But now I'm just like, not interested. So it's just weird.
Wow.
It's just weird how, when you do, and listen, and you define your own success, whatever it is, right? I saw that as a level of success. It wasn't the most successful thing I've done, but just a level of success of moving countries and whatnot. But I feel like when you achieve something and you go out there and do it, and you have this different energy about you, people see that, and they, some
Absolutely.
people, your loved ones, are just there to support, man. Whatever you need, I
Yes.
got your back. We're proud of you, blah, blah, blah.
Yes.
But there's another group of people that see that energy and they want it. They want it. They want to be involved with it. All of a sudden, yeah, they're your best friends, so they could be involved in your life. And I was just like, where was this energy before? I'm trying to say, like, no, I don't have time for new people trying to, of old people who haven't spoke to in many years now, all of a sudden best friends. Like, nah, man. But they feel that energy. They see that. And to them, they feel like maybe it's like an ultimate success. So I want to get involved in that. To me, it's not ultimate success. It's like a level of success, but it's not my ultimate success. So, but yeah, there's those conversations as well. Listen, I'm never mean to people. So I never like say piss off or just blank people. I always respond in a very nice way and whatnot. I don't know what they're going through and whatnot, but it's always like, yeah. But yeah, no, you might see that as well. I'm sure you will, because you're going to go there with a different energy. I know you went to Thailand before, but there was this, I'm coming back in 2 months. Now it's you're there. You never know. You might be all of a sudden, hey, bro, what's happening? Can I come over and stay at your place and all this sort of stuff? What are you doing out there? How do I do this? How do I get that job? But try I don't know. Just keep your eyes open, keep your mind open. Like just see the people trying to come through.
Interesting. Yeah, no, I'll keep that in mind. I think when I first went, most people thought I wouldn't even come back. That was what people were saying. They were like, I'll see you later. Coming back? There was that. When are you coming back? Are you coming back? Do you have a return ticket? Is it one way? Like those are the questions people were having. People who barely knew me or didn't know the whole story, they would ask this stuff. And even myself, I'm just like, maybe I shouldn't. Like, is this a message? But yeah, I mean, more so now I got people that I've met when I was in Thailand. And like, when are you coming back to see us? So that's more nice than, hey, you're going. Hey, take me with you. I want to see everything you're seeing.
Yeah.
So it's like that so far. But yeah, I'll look up those people.
That's it, bro. Just it. Parry them away and whatnot. All right, man. Well, talk about fights or parrying and elbowing people and shit. Let's talk about some fights that happened on the weekend, man. It was a London card, London 02 UFC fight night, man. Tom Aspinall versus Marcin Tybura. I'm surprised I got the name right. I got his name right. Bro, I've been practicing, bro. I've been practicing. No. But listen, man, I mean, fun card in London. I know there was some complaints. I heard some people talking about it wasn't, last time we had Leon Edwards versus fucking Kamaru Usman. We had Justin Gaethje versus Rafael Fiziev. I believe that was the same card, right? I mean,
yes.
Listen, when you're in London and you get a card like that, that's big. This one didn't have no title fights, but we had some great prospects from the UK. And I mean, Tom Aspinall is definitely someone to be looking out for. I mean, he had that injury last year, right?
Yeah, that sucked.
He came back good. He looked amazing. Like, and I know it's just one fight and whatnot, but he looked great. He was moving amazing. His speed, bro, his punching speed was amazing. His movement, his in and out movement. He threw kicks. He looks like he's 100% on that leg. Amazing. Yeah, he looked great.
So smooth. Even he was saying himself, like, that wasn't meant to be a knock. Like, I didn't see that as a knockout finishing shot. It was a setup, So even he was like, damn, like, take off some of the juice of this, Otherwise, people would just be out here getting one hits. So yeah, he's come back like different. So different. And you know what was interesting? Did you hear when he was talking about how he was away and he had to like different energy and different mindsets and like leveling up and like maybe I don't know, it sounded like someone who went through meditation or something, but it was nice to hear that. And I was thinking about like myself, yourself, transformations during times when it's quiet, when you're injured and you bounce back and you come back better, and the journey that he would have had to go through to get to this point and possibly do some big things. It's actually kind of inspirational.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah, I love it when someone like a fighter, someone who I respect so much and put their body and mind through so much, shows their vulnerability about that stuff, shows that, yes, I was injured, and I was going through a bad time and mentally and whatnot, I had to pick myself. I love that because that's a success story. I love that sort of success story. Yeah. Because everyone goes through it. We all go through our mental shit. We all go through our times where things are bad. And it's not just us that, we can get through it because other people can. And I think that's inspiring. I always say this with my company as well. Like, I work in the corporate world and whatnot. I always say, like, it's great when leadership show their vulnerability, but in the corporate world, they don't do that as much. It's just this high standards, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, you know what? Okay, cool. But we're all human and we all have emotions. It's good if you guys show your vulnerability, because I want to hear your success story on how you got to that position, not I'm here and I'm the boss and blah, blah, blah. Like, how did you get there? What was the story? What was the failures that led you there? And I love it when MMA fighters who I respect a lot talk about that. And he came back strong, but the fact that he came back, that's a success in itself. And then the way he finished off is just a bonus, man. Absolutely amazing performance.
Big time. And not only that, he's pretty good on the mic. I mean, he called his shot. I'm gonna go to Paris. I'm gonna watch Pavlovich versus who's he fighting?
Ciryl
And then right. Oh yes. Oh wow. So he's gonna watch that fight, get the winner, and then go on and fight Jones. And then Jones responded. So it's good. Like we have a story. We have a journey for him. Yep.
Jones responded. When you get Jones's attention, like you've made a statement. In that division.
Actually, it's almost like in the rap game, right? Where like someone says something to Jay-Z and he's actually like, he turns, because normally he doesn't respond to nothing, but if you get his attention, it's like overturned around, like yo.
Yeah, Jones. I mean, look, Jones is known to give everyone attention, because his ego, and his insecurities, yeah. He doesn't allow anyone to get any shine, even if it's a lightweight like Khabib. He's like, hell no, like you're not the greatest, I'm the great. So Jones gets anyone's attention. However, like to get in your division and whatnot, just to get the attention of the greatest of all time is something amazing. Who knows if Jones is even going to be there, because there's all these rumors about after Stipe, and even he said himself he might be done.
He did say that.
But Aspinall, and look, and with Francis Ngannou out that division, because he's a scary motherfucker. Again, it opens up the heavyweight division. I mean, look, we don't know much about Jones there because he beat Ciryl Gane. Let's see what happens with Stipe. Even though I got no doubts, I think he's going to win, but let's just see. But it does open up that division, and Aspinall's got a great chance, because he was moving great. You know what I mean? The only person that reminded me of that movement, not the exact same movement, but just a constant movement, is Ciryl Gane in that division. Ciryl Gane's movement is obviously different, but just that constant on your toes, in and out movement, fast hand speeds. I was like, he's got that same sort of thing as Ciryl Gane, but just in a different sort of style. I loved it, man.
Yeah, I did too. And he almost, I don't know, would it make sense to say he might be more powerful? Hands-wise, like the fact that he just dropped the man with just a straight. We've seen Ciryl throw all kinds of shots of his hands and not have the same effect. Would you say that? I mean, he said it himself. He said, "I am da da da." What do you think?
You know what? More powerful. Yeah, because I guess we've got more footage of Ciryl Gane striking. You know what I mean? And he not because he's like more like a point fighter and whatnot. Maybe he could be. Maybe but maybe it's because of the implementation of the game. Yeah, because Ciryl Gane has way more movement, right? Point fighting in and out. So definitely not throwing or whatnot. And maybe that's his style. I don't think that's him trying to knock out people. He's trying to do that Nick Diaz type thing. I'm gonna overwhelm you with strikes, in and out. Yeah, in and out. Whereas with Tom, I don't think like even he said he didn't expect the knockout, or that wasn't supposed to be a knockout punch. But I think because he sat down on it, and I guess it's just the right position and speed and power, just was able to knock him out. You know what I mean? So I don't know, because if Ciryl Gane was like, all right, well, I'm just going to stand here and go for the knockout. Maybe he's got the power, but that's not his game. And he's so good at movement. Why would you do that?
Yeah, it won't even be a thing. But yeah, interesting. Might be a factor if they
definitely.
If they do that. Yeah, man.
And it's great that he's laid out what's next for him. He's laid it out. Like, what is that? Yeah. And I think that's, and I'm sure the UFC are thinking, boy, that's a good game plan. Let's just put, he's got a lot of hype. Listen, the English fans are behind him. That stadium was full. It looked full to me.
Oh, man.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Considering the card, I think most people were there for Aspinall. You know what I mean? We had some great British fighters. We'll go through the list in a bit, but I think they were there for him. So he's got a back in there, which is awesome.
Yeah, no, definitely. He can carry a crowd. He's a nice guy. And he can fucking scrap, man.
That's it. He seems like a very nice guy, very humble sort of guy, someone that you want to be a British champ
you want to
and
be
whatnot.
behind him. Yeah, yeah. So let's see what he can do. But man, he blew Marcin Tybura away. He literally walked through him easily, so easily. And Marcin was coming off I think a six fight winning streak. I
Think so, yeah.
think yeah. So he stopped that streak in its
They were
yeah.
friends. They were close. Like, it's nice to see that, I mean, of course they had to fight each other and whatnot, but it's nice to see that they, their friendship was still there regardless. It's all business. That was nice.
Yeah, because he beat Walt Harris. I didn't know that they were friends. Alexander Romanov. No, I think it's five or four. He had a streak to come off of. But yeah, that is nice that they were friends. Because I saw that they embraced, and I thought, oh, they're just cool. But I didn't know they were friends. But has to be done, man.
I believe I might be making shit up, but I believe they've trained together and stuff like that. They're close. They know each other.
Okay.
Like I'm not saying they're best friends, but
Sure.
they know each other and whatnot.
That's cool, man. Knock out your friend and then have a beer on Tuesday at 5, man.
That's it.
Next fight.
That's it, man. Next fight, man. Look, Molly Mccann versus Julija. Bro, I should get you to read the names. I don't know why I attempt.
Stoliarenko.
Yeah. She's I believe she's a 100 Gracie black belt, high level, and she showed that.
Yeah, I saw that.
Amazing armbar. The armbar was just tight.
I saw that.
She was tapping while she was upside down. You see what I'm saying? Do you remember the position? She got the position. I believe she had a back or something like that. Then she got the position of the armbar. She locked the arm, and she was trying to roll Molly over with her legs, but the cage was in the way. So basically Molly was on her neck, her arm out like that, and she was just tapping before she even. Yeah, it was tight. It was tight.
Long though. Ref took long, man.
Because she tapped a lot. Yes, yeah. The ref definitely took a bit of time.
You could see she was tapping and she was talking like, "What the fuck? Why are you not stopping?" kind of thing.
Yeah.
That wasn't good, man. I mean, what do you reckon? Hype train derailed?
That's a tough one. I don't want to say derailed. I don't know why she. I mean, how do I pull it, man? Yeah, maybe I don't listen, man. 2 grapplers, right? The last one was grappling as well. I can't remember if it was a rear naked choke as well. I can't remember her name. But I think what it is because she fought in London. She fought with Paddy. There was hype around Paddy. She also had when she won, it was I don't want to say there was a hype around her. I just feel like when she did win those times, it was just a moment. Do you know if that makes sense? And not to be bad, maybe I'm wrong here saying this, but I feel like a lot of it was Paddy's moment because she would join him at the press conferences and all this sort of stuff. It's just kind of like a bit of his moment. So I don't know if she even had hype. It was just, amazing performances, very fun, big moments of winning in London and all this sort of stuff. Yeah, but I don't think it was hype for her. It was just a moment, in my opinion.
Okay. I definitely get you with that one. Yeah, Paddy had most of the hype, and she was taking what she could from it, and rightly so. They were friends, and Paddy, the humble guy that he was okay with that. Different guy now, but we're not going to get into that. It was Erin Blanchfield who beat her in the young buck coming up, wasn't it?
Okay. Yeah.
It was the young buck. Yeah, she beat her last time. What do you reckon next for Molly then?
I don't even know. Let me check the division, bro. So flyweight. Hold on, let me check rankings. So the champ is obviously what's her name? Flyweight, women's pound for pound. Wow. Is what Alexa Grasso.
Yeah. She's gonna fight Sheva again, right?
Yeah, they're gonna do that rematch.
Yeah, that's gonna be good. I think it needs to be definitive. Either way, someone needs to get like the definitive win.
Yeah, I don't even see her. Where's Molly? She's not even in the top 15, bro.
Okay, never mind. Next.
Is she not? No, she's not seeing her in the top 15. I mean, yes, I don't know. I mean, look, just work her way up. I mean, she got a lot to work on. I think she's
Yeah,
going to work on the grappling side of things and whatnot. She's going to work her way up. I really don't know what I can say is next for her. Just keep working. I mean, 2 losses. I mean, the great thing about MMA, a
mm,
loss doesn't define your career. Unlike boxing, you lose, that's it. Nobody wants to hear from you or whatever. In MMA, you can lose and come back and still be the greatest, like Charles Oliveira and whatnot. You know, I'm trying to say, like, there's so many greats that's
yeah.
come back from losses. So in MMA, it's different, man. And then with the girl that she fought, who also is not in the top
Very cool.
15, there's a lot of potential there, man. I mean, like, that was a quick armbar. So let's see how she can grow, get someone within the top 15, Amanda Ribas or Andrea Lee. I don't know, someone. Um, but yeah, I'll be talking
Yeah.
out my ass if I try to make some matches about that division because I don't or dumb contenders because I'm not 100% familiar.
I think she actually did break her arm as well.
Damn.
So I'm hearing. Yeah, she actually did break her arm. So that's it's not great. Yeah. Did you hear that there was a press conference for Patty for some reason? And this guy, like, did you watch the press conference? And that guy asked a cringe question.
I didn't watch it, but I saw the highlights of that cringe question.
Oh my God. That guy, this guy's fantasizing about this. Like his dream got crushed now, but he was out here just like doing the shuffle.
Why say? And I hope we're thinking of the same question because I heard that whole thing was cringy and a lot of cringy questions were asked. But we're thinking of the dude that was saying that would you have you shagged her, right? Is that a question? Is that what you think?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
why would you ask such a silly question? But hey, I guess
That
that guy probably wanted his moment or something. But Paddy handled it very well. He's good on the mic, and I think
classy,
he handled that well.
classy. I think, but the community is against Patty at the moment. But I think, yeah, big time.
Think he lost it when he had that little rant against one because he lost that fight. Well, no, wait, he won the fight, but everyone was like, I think you lost that one against my guy, I forgot his name.
Jared Gordon.
That's it. And then
Yeah,
there was so much respect about both of them because where Jared Gordon came from in life and all that sort of stuff. So there's so much respect and love going into that. And then he won the fight. And then he acted like it was an easy fight and he breezed through it, which
yeah,
clearly wasn't the
yeah.
case. And then it was
Correct.
all the other shit. Yeah, I mean, listen,
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. Yeah, people are against him, but maybe does that take away anything from his hype and his popularity? I don't know.
Fight. No more talking. That's what he needs to fight. That's it. He needs to fight. And
And from
win.
what, yeah, I mean, and from what he's shown, he's got work to do, right? Because if he keeps getting clipped with those left hand by like a Justin Gaethje or
Mhm.
Dustin Poirier, that's not no.
Yeah.
You're not going to be able to take that.
No, exactly.
A
Yeah,
Charles Oliveira or whatever it is, man. You're not going to be able to take those punches.
sniper.
Yeah.
No, yeah, for sure. We did acknowledge that he fights with his chin up in the air a lot of the time, and like a sniper will take advantage of that. So yeah,
No doubt.
he needs to keep quiet, fight, heal, do what he needs to do, come back sharp, and win his fights convincingly, and leave all this talk behind because this is nonsense, all bullshit.
Yeah, he's got so much hype around him, and people still love him, especially in Liverpool and whatnot. Like,
Sure.
no need to ruin it now, man. Like,
Yeah,
don't go
man.
down a path where you need to talk shit and all this sort of stuff. Don't lose it. But let's
Yeah, because
see.
that was him initially.
It didn't seem. What do you mean?
When he first came in, he was like, it just found him funny. Yeah, he's got the funny haircut. He's got the really strong Scouse accent, and he's just really blasé about everything. That's what his attitude was, right? Then it became very critical and snipey and stuff, and it was like a little bit funny, a little bit like Connor-esque, like witty, yeah. And then it became a bit more like digging at people and a bit more
Aggressive. Yeah.
direct, yeah. And then it just got a bit funny after that. Like that wasn't, it's what I'm saying. That there was a trajectory
Mm.
when he first came, he was kind of like, this guy's he can fight. He's kind of funny looking.
Yeah, I mean, oh man, let's see. I guess we'll see, wait and see what happens with him. The next fight, I guess, will determine and answer a lot of questions, regardless of who he fights, be it a rematch or not. I mean, will he have the popularity? Will it be as fun? Will he be able to win? All this sort of stuff. So next fight will determine a lot and answer all these questions, I think.
Yeah, man. And stop pulling the Shane O'Malley. Like, I didn't lose. Well, yeah, you
I mean,
won,
look,
but
the difference
put
with
him up.
Sean, like at least he won. He got the judges like agreement, and he won that fight on paper. But with Sean O'Malley, I'm like, bro, cheat or beat you, man. Like, and he still refuses to accept it. But it's cool. It's on his records and it's on fucking video and shit. Cheat or beat you, so you can't really say you didn't get beaten. In a rematch, I don't know how that will go, but let's see what happens with his next fight. He's getting the title shot. He's skipped everyone because of his popularity. Let's be real. I mean, he could have definitely had another fight or two before he got the title shot. He got it because of the popularity.
Yeah, not to mention, not to cut you. Not to mention, he did beat Petroyan, who was champion as well. So he did.
No, of
he
course.
did put his money where his mouth was as well. But he did. He is sitting out for a while now. Like that, it is true.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, look, yes, he beat Petroyan, no doubt. I feel like some people just have to earn their title shots more than others. We've seen that in the game.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we've seen that in the game. We've seen that in the game.
Absolutely. Another fighter would have been pushed to have another fight before getting the belt, for sure.
Exactly. All right, let's move on to the featherweight bout. Nathan Wood versus Andre Fili. That was a great fight. That was a nice
touchy. Yeah, that was
nice back and forth. Nice back and forth. Like what was exciting about the fight is round one, Nathan had his moment. Round two, Fili had his moment, and then it was all about round three. It was such a fun fight, back and forth sort of fight. And then Nathan won. Nathan took it. I mean, I saw him take it the last round and whatnot, but it was exciting because it came down to round three, and it was clear who won each round. It was very close to be finished each round. It was really fucking fun fight.
Yeah, very technical fight. I didn't know that Andrew Fili's been around the UFC for 10 years. No idea.
Same here. He's been around for ages. Yeah, I didn't know.
He's a vet, man. He's been around for 10 years. Yeah, like I didn't even know Nathaniel Wood, but I'm gonna watch him more now. He's interesting. I like his style, and he's very slick, and he's exciting to watch.
Definitely. It's someone to look out for. I mean, in that featherweight, none of these were in the top 10 or top 15, but I don't think they're in the top 15. But exciting to watch. I mean, another prospect from the UK, so it's always exciting to have a prospect from the UK and coming up there. So we'll see. That was definitely a fun fight. I think he showed that even with Fili basically having his moments in round two and almost finishing it, he's just showing that he's got the heart. At least on that level now, anyway, got the heart to kind of push through and whatnot. Especially being in London, I'm sure that motivated him a bit more. But it's exciting. It's exciting to have that prospect.
It is, and also like speaking of prospects or UK fighters and whatnot, who did we have in the crowds who is a free agent?
Oh yeah. I was going to bring that up in the news. What's his name? MVP. MVP. I mean, he'll be awesome in the UFC. I mean, he's an awesome fighter. UFC are a marketing machine. Put them together, and he's already fun to watch and whatever. He will be awesome in the UFC. He'll be so good. I wish they work it out. Please work it out. Please work it out with him in that welterweight division. I mean, bro, like it's going to be fun having him and Wonderboy Thompson for having a fight. Could you imagine those two going back and forth in a fight? That'd be fucking good. Ooh, that'd be good.
That would be his debut fight. That's a big name.
That's such a good fight.
Gatekeeper. And yeah, like that would just suit everyone involved. 100%.
Yeah. Let's see what happens, man. Let's see what happens. Exciting time. But he's open-minded. He's like, I'm not fixed on a place. I just want to see what things look like. I could end up back in Bellator. We'll see what happens. But Yeah,
Mm,
he'll be fun in that welterweight division in the UFC, and they'll make him bigger than he already is. The fact
yeah,
that
I need to.
like the fact that he's never been in the UFC and he's already this popular,
Mm.
I feel like they could do some big things with him.
They can do it. The thing is with him is he's been around such a long time, and he's he does what he does, and it's incredible. But he's been fighting. He hasn't been fighting the best all the time in Bellator. If you notice that, he's fought some good, obviously really good fighters, but he hasn't fought the best of the best constantly. I think if he was doing that, maybe we would have a bit more of an evolution of him by now, because he would have had to deal with more wrestlers and more different varieties. But he fights a lot of people who get like deer in the headlights when he starts doing his madness, like so I think in UFC he will get more challenge. He's gonna have to come with more skill sets. He's gonna have to up his wrestling. He's gonna have to be more well rounded to be in the UFC, because they're not gonna give him those fighters that they do in Bellator. No offense to those guys at all. What do you think about that, man?
Yeah, no, true. The UFC, they're known to just throw you into the fucking lines then, right? You can't, yeah, there's no messing around there. That's true. I mean, look, they like to build, some fighters, they like to build up slowly,
They like
slowly.
to build up a bit.
Some fighters are smart and they're like, no, I'll take certain fights and build themselves up slowly. I think Sean O'Malley's an example of being smart like that.
Yep,
But
definitely.
yeah, no, regardless though how smart you can be, you're gonna come across that upper echelon of UFC welterweights, and you got fucking Kamaru Usman in there, you got Hamzat Chimaev, you got the champion Leon. I mean, he's more of a striker anyway, but you got Bilal Muhammad, like Colby Covington, some good wrestlers there. You know what I mean?
When I hear all of these people, I'm just like, I can just, oof, you know, oof. They just grab him and just,
It can be, it can, but
scary.
you never know, man. I mean, obviously he's working on it. His
Yeah.
style, the Wonder Boy Thompson style, is a bit different, obviously a little bit different still from Thompson, Wonder Boy Thompson style, but it's still a how do I pull it? Yeah, I mean, he's got great movement, you know what I mean? He's got great reflexes. He's scared people with that knee and what he's done to Cyborg and all that sort of stuff.
Oh,
So
the knee.
yeah,
Whoa.
there's all that sort of stuff there. I mean, but yeah,
Whoa.
you never know, man. You never know. We'll see what happens with him.
We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Anyway, so yeah, back to what you were saying. So that
Back to
the
yeah,
featherweight fight,
the next fight,
middleweight
man.
fight,
What's that? The
Paul.
middleweight fight, yeah. Paul Craig coming down from light heavyweight to middleweight and getting performance of the night. I mean, that was a I mean, I don't know if he was as dominant. I don't think he was as dominant. I mean, because Andre Munoz is great on the ground as well. It was I feel like what lost him that fight was that headbutt. When he accidentally headbutt him. When he was on the ground, basically, and Andre was on top.
Yes.
And I think he went for ground and pound, but he did lead with his head.
Boom.
So
Lead
he
with his
lost the
head. Yeah.
position. And then after he lost that
Yeah.
position, then everything else just
And then
fell
when
into
it gets
place the way
to,
it did.
yeah, yeah.
So
That,
it's
yeah. Go on.
if he didn't lose that position, we never know what would have happened. However, I mean, Paul Gray looked good. He looked good at
Mm,
welterweight. You know what I mean?
he did. He
He didn't
did.
even
He
look
did.
that big. I mean, his back looked huge, but I thought he's going to look way bigger. But he didn't look that big considering he was at light
Mm,
heavyweight before.
true. It's very, very true, actually. I, I saw a bit more of a stand-up game more, because like most fights I see, there's a little bit stand-up and there's a lot of ground time. Either he's on his back or he's in dominant position. But yeah, I see he's like throwing more kicks now, body kicks, and kind of varying it up. So he looked good. He looked good. That's all I can say about that. I mean, when you mentioned the headbutt, it reminded me. Do you remember like the Volk fight against Yair?
Mm-hmm.
That finish was coming off a headbutt. Did you notice that?
Or was it?
Yeah, like there was a headbutt that happened, and Yair got a good clip in the chin, and then that kind of not after that, shortly after that, where it looked at the finish. Watch
Oh,
it again.
I didn't. Yeah, I need to watch it again. I need to watch that again. Yeah.
Yeah, Yeah, it's like not long after that. But anyway, yeah, man. It did change things. You know, Paul Craig, he's fought a lot of really like tough opponents, like Jacare and them guys. No,
Oh, he's beaten the light heavyweight champ, Jamar
he,
Hill. He brought him in an armbar, remember?
oh yeah,
And
he's beaten
messed up
him.
his arm or shoulder, whatever it was.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Gonna be interesting to see, you know. I feel like with him, he spent too much time being this jujitsu dude and not spent a lot of time doing the other things like an MMA fighter, you know, like so yeah. If he
If I
if
if I yeah, if I remember correctly, his last fight, I can't remember who it was, but he was trying to pull guard a lot, and it just didn't look as it wasn't
yeah,
effective. Yeah, he's just trying to pull guard a lot.
what I'm saying, yeah, that like I think he just needs to evolve, and maybe we might get a new Paul Craig, you know. But yeah, maybe it's the beginning of something special for him. We'll see.
That's it. Let's see. We'll wait and see. What
And the
else was on
draw,
that main card? The main card. The next fight was a lightweight bout: Jai Herbert versus Faris
yeah,
Ziam. Jai Herbert was also another exciting prospect from the UK. I mean, look, he, unfortunately, I don't know. I don't know if he lost previously as well, but he couldn't put this one together. This was a close fight
close
still, but
fight,
I just feel like Faris just
very
kind of
close fight.
connected
Yeah,
more. Like there was just more
yeah,
movement, more connection from his
yes.
side, which got him the win.
You see, Leon was in his corner, and he kept
Mm.
saying, "Head position, head position, head position." Did you catch that?
I did. I caught some of that. Yeah.
Head
Yeah.
position. That reminded me of the what's that dude? Head movement, head movement. Please move, move. No, no,
Oh god,
please.
that
That
guy.
dude,
What was his name again? Um,
Ed, Edmund,
Edmund. Yeah.
Edmund.
Was that Shabazian or something like that? No, that's a fighter, right?
That's the fighter. Edmund Tug. I don't know, man. Tywin Lannister.
Something. Yeah. Something like. I mean, yeah.
Yeah,
Anyway, but yeah, no. I mean, look, Leon
that guy's
Edwards
good.
behind, in your corner definitely
Yeah,
should give you some sort of confidence and, you know, trust his words when he's talking about head
yeah.
position, especially
It's
against
a
a
good one.
wrestler who he's had to
Yeah,
fight through. Yeah, I mean,
mental,
I don't know. I mean, like, I'll keep an
mental.
eye on Fareed. I mean, I don't. Again, these guys, I think they're up and coming, not in the top
The close
15 or
fight though,
anything
man.
yet. But yeah, good
It's
fight, good
a,
kickboxing
it's a
fight,
close fight.
a lot of
I
clinch
think
work as well. But yeah, pretty
yeah,
decent.
I think they matched each other pretty well, and there was nobody had that cutting edge difference maker.
Yeah,
Really, I guess like you said, the arm hit him with more shots, but there was nothing majorly separating the two. But it was a good fight, really close.
yeah, for sure, for sure. To finishing off the main event, uh,
Leon
Lee.
Murphy versus Joshua Colibao.
Yeah,
Colibao.
yeah. That was a fun
Yeah.
fight. Again, that was another fun back and forth fight. Great pace fight. Great scrambles on the ground. But it was the third round, I believe. I can't remember what happened to Josh, but something happened. I'm trying to remember now.
Did
Where
he get knocked down?
I think he got knocked down, or something happened to his shoulder or arm or something, and then uh, Leon took his back, and I believe just kind of pounded him out from there. But there was a lot of scrambling going on. But something happened in that third round where if I can't remember exactly, where Josh didn't have it, he couldn't scramble because of something, injury or something.
Isn't that when he went back to his corner and they kept asking him, "Are you okay? You okay?" And he didn't answer. Was that
I can't
situation?
remember that. I can't remember.
Because they knew something was off. Maybe it was somebody else.
Mm.
Yeah, but somebody went back to their corner in this one, and they kept asking them, "Are they okay?" And then the commentators were saying maybe he got injured during that round. That's why they keep asking. He's not moving right. Can't remember who it was.
That was, I mean, I don't know if that was
Maybe it wasn't that fight.
someone had a broken arm, a hand, and I think that was a Nathan Wood fight. I think so. But yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, that fight, I
Maybe it
remember
was.
there was a lot
Yeah.
of like scrambling going on and whatnot. It was a great from that perspective, great fight.
It was a good scrap. It was a good scrap. But yeah,
Cool. Was there any other fights that were? I
there
mean,
was
look, David Gray
uh,
fought.
yeah, Daniel Marcos. It's a good fight, close decision to Daniel Marcos. I think it was a fair decision. Did you watch that fight? Fair.
Yeah, I watched the fight. Yeah. You
It
could
was a fair
say.
decision. Yeah, the robbery there. The
Yeah,
robbery
yeah,
there.
I agree.
Yeah, I thought
Any
that was
of
alright. Danny Roberts, Johnny Parsons. I forgot the knockout, but Danny Roberts he's been a favorite for a while now. Oh yes, I remember that fight now. That was sloppy.
that was a good back and forth fight, right? That was a good fight.
It was, but I mean, when I say it was sloppy, I mean getting to the knockout. Danny Roberts just kind of lost his shit and just started going for it. You remember that? Like he
Let me try
got
and
cracked.
think.
Like they were slugging away, right? And then at some point, Danny Roberts got Johnny Parsons got the better of him, and rather than go into grappling or clinching or listen to his
He tried
corner,
to
he just
brawl and whatnot,
fuck it,
right? Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, and that's where the mistake was. I mean, that's why he got fight of the night because they did go back and
yeah.
forth and
They
whatnot.
scrapped after that,
Yes,
yeah.
yes, yes, yes. I remember. I remember. That
Was
was a
one of
good
those
fight.
moments.
Yeah. And
That was a good.
Johnny got the better of it. I'm trying to remember the actual KO, the TKO, because it was a KO TKO. I'm trying to remember what shot it was. Or was it just a
Ooh,
barrage of shots?
I think it ended up with him getting pounded out because it was a TKO. Yeah. Let me see. But yeah, it's like he just lost his composure all of a sudden.
I
Roberts,
mean,
like,
I guess you got fight of the night for that performance, but yeah, I mean, just wanted to put on a show, I guess. But it came down to it, just got
yeah,
in the moment.
yeah, basically he lost it. But yeah, that was fun. That was like one of the few finishes of the card, right?
There was a
Or
lot of
knockout.
decisions on the card, right? I feel like there was
There
a
was,
lot of decisions.
yeah, there was tons of decisions. I didn't watch much of the prelims though.
I did watch. I didn't watch. I miss Mark
Oh, Barboza lost.
Dikaitis
Oh,
and
him.
Hitler
Oh,
versus Joel Alvarez. Bloody hell, I can't even read. I watched Mahmoud Magadov versus Brian Barberina. And Barberina is a name that's familiar.
yeah,
So I watched
long time.
that fight. But
Reina.
yeah, he got
The rest of the see.
Mahmoud basically got the better of him in regards to like he connected more. He had his distance better.
Okay, I don't know Mahmoud
I
Maradov.
don't know him either. Another brother from Uzbekistan. He took a few. He had I mean, his wrestling was pretty good. He was able to take Barberina down a few times. Barberina's game. I mean, he's got a chin. He was getting connected with a few hard shots, and it just doesn't phase him at all. But he got outpaced. Cool,
Yeah,
man.
that
Well,
was
look,
kind of to that card. I didn't see the rest of it.
yeah. I mean, I kind of went through the rest of it slowly, but yeah, I think that the main event was the what I kind of mostly went through. But next week is the big
Ooh,
one. And go on, what's
right.
up?
I was gonna say Paul Craig called out Bo Nickel.
Okay, it's an interesting one. I mean, they're both grapplers. Bo Nickel's an elite wrestler.
Mm.
We'll see.
Mm. It's a thing. It's a thing.
Well, look, man. Let's get into we'll next week's card, bro. Like, I'm gonna see you. We're gonna watch this fight together. It's gonna be hype. I can't wait. Poirier versus Gaethje 2 for the BMF belt, whatever. But that's gonna be fun anyway.
Nothing, but yeah.
But I'm excited about Pereira versus Jan Blachowicz because that I just want to see what Pereira can do. Like I feel like Jan will take him down if he feels like fuck this, I'm not going to strike with this dude and just take him down. But that's gonna be a fun fucking fight. That's gonna be a fun fucking fight.
Oh,
You got Stephen Thompson versus
yeah.
Michael Pereira, which is fun. Tony Ferguson versus Bobby Green. Michael Chiesa versus
No.
Karen Holland. Derek Lewis is on the card. Fuck, it's a great card. That's a great card. So we'll catch that next week, man. We'll catch that next week. We'll break it down and give our thoughts immediately after we've watched it. I'm sure we're both going to be tired, but let's just fucking do it because we're going to be staying up all night. Need to get some coffees and shit ready.
Coffee.
Yeah, as long as you got a bit of coffee, man, I'll be drinking a few cups of coffee next week.
I'll sort that out.
And then That's it, man. Other MMA news, we spoke about MVP. The Abu Dhabi card was announced. Islam Makhachev versus Charles Oliveira 2. Hamzat
That
Chimaev versus Paulo Costa. Listen, I'm trying to get
Costa.
tickets for that. I think
Are you?
I have to get to Abu Dhabi, man. I really want to. I really want
Yeah.
to. But I just heard it's
You're already,
expensive.
yeah.
I know. But I heard it's super expensive, man. Like the tickets, even nosebleeds and whatnot. So I need to look into it, see if it's reasonable. I don't want to spend fucking an arm and a leg and whatnot. But we'll see. We'll see. But
Mm.
my thing on this one is Charles is coming different. I think this is going to be a hard back and forth fight. I still feel like Islam will take it, but I don't think it's going to be as it was before. I feel like this is going to be a harder fight, and Islam should come prepared, like way more prepared. I'm sure he will be, but and I'm not saying that Volk exposed him or anything, because I just think what that fight showed was how great Volk was, right? So let's not take any away from that. I just think Charles is coming in different, man. It's going to be a different fight, different confidence, all that sort of stuff. So I think Islam needs to prepare himself, and it's going to be a fun fight. It's going to be fun. The good thing about it, though, Charles is so amazing that he's made this rematch even more fun, because he just fucking killed Benil Dariush.
Easy.
And he just made it like he solidified why he deserves another shot. Like, it's just exciting. Just exciting. So I'm looking forward to that.
Massively too. And as well, I wonder why he said he wouldn't be ready for October, and then he changed his mind. What changed his mind? I want to know what changed that, because initially, you probably saw the report. He said, "I'm not going to be ready." Remember that? And we
I
were
think
thinking maybe
so.
it's going to be both of them. What changed his mind? I wonder. Like, what crystal ball did he look at? What did he see? What happened?
I don't
Money?
know. Money? Maybe.
Confidence?
Maybe.
Interesting.
I don't know. I saw Islam saying that he was ready to fight as soon as possible, but the UFC held him out till Abu Dhabi. They needed him on the Abu Dhabi card.
They needed him on that Abu card.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
they held him for that. I guess his opponent was TBC, which was Charles, and I guess that's what they wanted.
Makes the most sense,
Yeah, because
man.
Volt just fought, give him some time. Yeah, let's you know what? Listen, it's exciting. It's exciting, and also getting Hamzat Chimaev versus Paulo Costa. That's fucking exciting. Hamzat's just there's such a mystery around his dominance. That can he do that in a weight class above to Paulo Costa?
Against
Can he
someone
do
like
that?
that.
Yes, that's
Yeah,
what's going to
that's
be exciting about that.
one of the biggest questions. And I guess as well, the second one is gas tank of Costa. Because we
Both
know
of
that
them, really.
Hamza. Well, I guess if they have a fucking scrap round like he did with Gilbert Burns, or like Costa has with most fighters in the first round, what's going to be left? Yeah, definitely.
And
Definitely.
does Hamzat come out shooting like the way he does and just try to ragdoll him like he? I mean, if he does that, that's scary, man. That's like, holy shit! You did that to
So
that
many
big
questions.
beast with his secret juice. Like, what the hell?
Yeah, man. So many questions. Hey, listen, Umar Nurmagomedov pulls out of the fight with the shoulder injury, man. That against Corey
That one
Sandhagen, that's
sucks.
disappointing.
That
That's
sucks.
hard blow. The
Yeah.
Lord giveth and the Lord taketh away.
Oh man, I know. I think I believe Rob Font stepped in, if that's correct in thinking. I
Yes, that's
believe
what I
so.
heard.
That's
I
happening.
think you're right about Robert.
That's such a shame. I mean, that was Umar's. It doesn't mean he's lost it. I mean, he's got, huge. Yeah, I think it's Rob Font. Yeah, I mean, Umar will come back. It might not be Sanhagen. It'll be someone else, basically. It could be
Yeah.
Marab. That's a fun fight. That's a big fight. Umar versus Marab. So yeah, I mean, that's I guess it's a shame. I believe it's a shoulder injury, right? Sucks.
Yeah, I think there was a video showing when it happened during the training. Did you see that?
Oh yes, I think they were sparring, right? And then he got hit there, and something just
Yeah,
popped. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
yeah.
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 What a
That happened.
shame.
That's annoying. You see, Connor chimed in and he was just like, "Ah, it runs in the family."
Yeah. Connor's good at keeping himself busy on Twitter and keeping his name known. I mean, I don't know if you saw I stopped watching the Ultimate Fighter. At the beginning, I was telling you, yeah, I'm going to be interested in watching it. I stopped watching it, but I've been seeing some highlights, and he won. So it was 7. He almost got clean sweep, right? And he won the last one, or he didn't win. His fighter won the last one, and
Jumped
Connor
in.
went on like
Jumped
he
in.
won the whole thing. It's like he celebrated like he won the whole thing. But Connor's good at that. He's good at celebrating those successes. Like he just won the whole thing. It's like you just won 1 out of 7, but he just went on like he won the whole show. And
That's
we don't
good,
even know
man.
if he's gonna fight. So Connor's good, man. He's good at what he does, which is
That's good.
talking.
I remember there was this like another football reference. There was this guy, and he came to Real Madrid, my team, and he was loaned, and like he didn't do much else in that game, but he managed to score 1 goal, and he hadn't scored much in the season, and he celebrated that goal like he won the whole. He ran to the corner and was like, and the commentators were like, "Yo, like it's just a goal." But for him, it was like it was like a
Best
massive
thing, he
achievement.
took it, man. He took
Yeah.
that moment. That was his moment. Like, fuck it.
Like, eat it, man. Just eat it.
Yeah, man,
Let
that's
it.
jokes. What other news has been going on, man? What other news has been happening?
We have had. There is Usyk versus Daniel Dubois in boxing. I think he's there because obviously Fury went to fight Ngannou, so it's going to be Dubois against Usyk, Alexander Usyk. Everybody pretty much clean sweep believe Usyk will wipe him off the face of the earth. So that's happening in a couple weeks, I think. Still, there's Terence Crawford against Errol Spence, which is like a generational clash of the Titans. I forgot which division they're in. I'm not hella into boxing. I just watch the fights, but that was delayed and for a good while, and now these monsters are going to collide. So that's on the horizon in boxing. There was Jake Paul was mimicking Nate Diaz. You see that?
No, I didn't see that. No, I know
It's
they're
like
fighting soon, right? It's coming up, but no, I didn't see no mimicking, or I haven't been following the build
uh,
up or anything.
I don't either, but I watch my MMA news on point or whatever, and they just go through what's been going on through Instagram and whatnot. And it's Jake Paul like with his top off like this, and he's
Oh,
like talking
okay.
like this. He's got his hat on, and he's like they're running into like training like this, and like walking into the pool, and I said, "What kind of training is this?" He's like, "Stockton 209," and he's walking around
Okay.
laughing people and shit.
I
So
mean, none of this will
yeah,
affect Nate Diaz. None of this will affect him.
no, it's just funny.
It's
It's
just
just
funny from
funny.
him perspective. Yeah,
It's
yeah,
funny. Yeah, it's just funny. I mean, it's not news. It's just, hey, this happened and it's funny. That's it.
yeah. Okay.
That's all it is really. Other than that, nah, MVP might come to UFC. Duplessis is out. Obviously, we talked about that over the.
Mm-hmm.
Did we talk about that
And
before?
the last one, yeah.
Did okay.
And
That's that.
Strickland is in.
Strickland is in. It's gonna.
I believe we spoke about the last one, but yeah.
I
I
think
mean,
we did. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. That's a thing. Um, much. Rampage isn't ready to retire yet. Rampage Jackson.
I saw a bit of his interview with Ariel Helwani, and he's involved in a different league. I can't remember what it was, but it's something that again, is supposed to be better for the fighters. They get health insurance and all that sort of stuff, and Rampage is a big part of it. I can't remember. It wasn't. It was some next league. I can't even remember.
Okay, so he's hella old. He's like 45 or something.
Yeah, and he's been trying to lose. I mean, remember that fight he had with Fedor, and he was big in that fight. And he's been training, and he's been doing a lot of fasting and all this sort of stuff. He was talking about his health and just training and fasting, put it that way. That's what he's been like, eating clean and all that sort of stuff. So just kind of getting back into shape, which is great to have anyway in general.
Yeah, man, because his cheeks looking real puffy, man. He look like a pig.
When he fought Fedor,
animal.
all I remember is like, my guy's thick, like he's big in that fight. He
Yeah,
wasn't even moving at all, and he knew it. He knew it.
Take one step
It was different,
Oh my
but Rampage knew it. He acknowledged it himself. Now he's in a training mode, like I say, eating healthy, fasting a lot. So yeah,
making it happen. So September 18th, Grasser versus Shevchenko 2 coming up. You mentioned Makachev and Oliveira. That's October 21st. Abu Dhabi. What else we got? Jones Miocic, November the 11th. So we're busy, man. We got shit to talk about.
we got lots of shit to talk about. As always, every week we got shit to talk about.
We got shit to talk about. But I mean, yeah, those are just upcoming ones in the next few months. So, some big ones, and hopefully we'll have. I mean, there's a lot of dancing to go around in between now and then, and we're here to talk about it every single week.
That's it, man. That's it. Enjoyable times, fun times, man. Cool. Well, look, next week we are going to be side by side finally after the longest time to do this podcast together after watching a great card. Gaethje versus Poirier. That should be fun. And man, until then, thanks everyone for watching, liking, subscribing, all the good stuff. Have a good week. We'll catch up soon. Peace.